Welcome to the Driver's Line. I'm Greg.
And I'm Jordan.
And today we have a very special conversation for you.
That's right. Today is the day we announce our SUV, truck, car, and EV of the year for 2025.
That's right. We're going to go through each of our awards for 2025 and go ahead and announce this to you guys right now.
That's right. And we're going to start off with a very popular category, SUVs.
That's right. SUVs are just one of the most explosive categories right now. It's really where you see a lot of investment from major manufacturers, and our first one is absolutely phenomenal. We're so excited about it. We got to see it firsthand in the New York Auto Show this year, and it holds up bigly.
Bigly is a great way to say it.
Yes.
This thing puts out bigly numbers. We're talking over 600 horsepower, over 400 miles of range.
Why do you call it range
Because it's an EV.
What?
I know. We're turning into EV people over here. But nonetheless, this car represents a real breakthrough for its brand, and it really elevates the brand overall, and we think the segment as well.
Oh, absolutely. This is just an astonishing thing to be in, and what it really does is reassert its brand as the standard of the world.
That's right, and if you could not guess it by now, we are talking about the Cadillac Escalade IQ.
That's right. This is just a masterpiece of engineering, luxury. It's plush, it's quick, it's comfortable, it's full of tech.
It takes everything that the Escalade brings to the Cadillac brand, its brashness, its size, and its panache, right? Its name recognition is worldwide, and brings it into the EV era, and it does it in a really unique way.
It does. And, you know, Cadillac it just absolutely nailed this thing. One of the things that most people will probably overlook about it that I absolutely love, it has the key chargers on it, right? It's got the inductive charging, but they have air conditioning so your phone doesn't get hot.
Yes, I mean, that's really cool and thoughtful.
I know. Yeah. Come on.
Yeah.
That's one of the biggest gripes about using that inductive charging is you end up picking your phone. It feels like a furnace.
That's true. Yeah. That's true.
And so, they've got two inductive chargers in there, and they're nice and cool. It has also so many thoughtful design elements. You lift up the front, you have a tray that you can pull out.
Brilliant.
Just to help with load.
Yeah, you don't see that.
No, I mean, who else has that, really?
No one.
Nobody.
Yeah. At the time of this filming.
Because some of those are coming out with it tomorrow, but today nobody else has it.
But to your point, I mean, it does a really good job of catering to the luxury buyer. I mean, it has of course, pillar-to-pillar screens, right, and all that fun stuff. But hey, it finally brings soft closed doors to Cadillac, right?
Yes.
And they're power folding. So that's really awesome.
Yeah, it is. And, of course, then you have all of Cadillac's tech suite in it, which is actually getting really quite good.
Yeah,
Super Cruise is probably the second standard bearer after, Tesla's full self-driving and autopilot.
Yeah, there's not enough good stuff we can say about it, honestly. We can't wait to get behind the wheel ourselves.
That's right.
Being chauffeured in one. But,
I'm happy either way. Yes. You can either let me drive it or let me get chauffeured around it. I will be happy as pie.
All right. Well, congratulations, Cadillac.
Yes, congratulations on your achievement. All right, next up is our truck of the year.
Yes, our truck of the year. This one had a few entries, but we narrowed it down to one that we felt really changed the image of this particular vehicle, but also hit on some nostalgia.
Yeah, and that's really the thing that, drives it for us, right? Because so many truck manufacturers right now are like making the really fun off-roady performance pickups. But there's another truck area that's kind of being forgotten, right? It's the on-road performance trucks, and our friends at Ford are bringing that back.
Yeah, I mean, remember way back when we had the Ram SRT10,
the Ford F-150 Lightning, the
Chevy Silverado SS.
Yeah,
but those don't exist anymore.
No, they don't. They're gone.
But this next pickup brought some things back. It features a 5.0 or 5.0 liter V8 engine.
That's a 5.0.
And a modified suspension.
Yeah.
Lowered and looks good.
It does, and features some unique design elements, some unique badging. It really kind of brings back the memories of its forebear, which they took that name and gave it to an EV.
They did.
So they had to call it something else, and they decided to call it the Lobo.
The Lobo, that's right. And, there is a Lobo version of the Maverick, but that is not the particular one we're talking about here.
No, because the Maverick is essentially like a suspension handling package, right? We would needed something just a little bit more. And yes, you were talking, of course, about the F-150 Lobo, and I think you could probably make the argument that's kind of the same, right? Like, I mean, because you can get the 5-liter engine in, your F-150, but they do it just right to make it a sport truck, right? You get the short bed, you get, the smaller cab, you get the suspension, you get the, 5-liter V8, you get some special badging and tuning and things of that nature, just to make this a more cohesive, interesting package.
Yeah, it's a unique vehicle. It's one that other manufacturers in the segment aren't really chasing after yet. So we're curious to see where Chevy, where Ram comes in, where GMC maybe a future Cyclone-esque type thing would be cool, right?
Yeah, and our friends up at Lebanon Ford are also well known for putting Whipples.
Yeah.
Or Ken Bells, I can't remember, but nice blue superchargers on top of the Coyote 5-liter V8 motors. And so I would imagine they're probably going to say, we're just going to order a bunch of Lobos and do that same with the trucks too. And then you just have something that's absolutely tire shredding and a really cool package.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing a renaissance in performance lately between electric, between turbos, between superchargers. It's all over the map, and we're glad to see that Ford is bringing that to the full-size truck market. So congratulations, Ford, on that win.
Yeah, congratulations. All right. Next up is our EV of the year.
Yes.
And, EVs are becoming so prolific in the marketplace, right? And so you can see it starting to filter into other categories, right? You might wonder why, well, you got an EV of the year, why not just make the Cadillac Escalade IQ your EV of the year? Because there's one a little bit better at being an EV.
That is true. It's got killer range, killer performance, amazing style.
And it just makes a really cohesive package.
Yes.
And we're so excited to announce that the Lucid Gravity is our 2025 EV of the year.
Yes, we're big fans of the Gravity.
Yes, big fans. We got to have our grubby little hands on it at the New York Auto Show. And Lucid has just absolutely knocked it out of the park again. We, are, of course, we're big fans of the Air. The Grand Touring was our EV of the year last year, and so Lucid is literally taking it again because they do EVs right for car guys.
Yeah, I mean, they have incredible performance in them, and I mean, the fact to see an SUV like that have put down similar numbers to a super sedan is pretty incredible, all while carrying, 7 people inside. It's amazing.
And they're just master classes of space. I mean, they do such a well use of getting use of every square inch in their vehicles because they have these compact motors. They push everything out to the corners of the car and then maximize space. They're also not focused on making a design that looks like your traditional 3-box car. They're like, well, we're going to make something that is interesting. It's, designed forward and unique, but it works, right? We're going to make sure that it works for you, and that's exactly what the Gravity does.
Yeah, I mean, it brings forward things that we know and love about the Lucid Air. It's got that huge frunk, just like the Lucid Air does, but it adds variance to that. You can there's a built-in seat into it that you can sit in at tailgates and things, which is fun. But you can also do that in the back. There's so much room in the back. It's a deep well that you can put stuff in, which they've learned that you can maximize space in these EVs, which is what we want to see from other manufacturers.
Exactly. So it just makes it a much more useful vehicle for your daily life. And this is also going to come in at, yes, it's expensive, but if you look at what you're comparing it to, it's really not that far out of line.
Absolutely. I think that it's a really compelling package in its segment. It offers an elevated look, and like you said, it's not styled like a traditional SUV, so it could bring in a different type of buyer into that segment too.
Absolutely, and it makes use of the very best piece of Tesla, which is their supercharging network. This is the first Lucid that comes with that North American charging standard.
Absolutely. So we think it's a great pick. Keep your eyes on that one coming out because you'll be driving home on a sweet ride.
Absolutely. Congratulations to Lucid.
That's right.
All right, and our going to go ahead and finish it up here with our car of the year. So we'll hit the drum roll. This is a car that has just been breaking records everywhere it goes. It has been on a tour around the country, hitting every racetrack. Records are falling, and these aren't pro drivers behind the wheel. These are obviously very skilled drivers, not going to lie, but they're the engineers who designed it.
That's right. And we're not talking about just any old car. We're talking about a car that honestly is kind of like the flag bearer for American automotive engineering at the time.
Merca.
America, that's right. And this is putting a lot of European brands on notice. And, this has been said a lot about this brand in the past. And some people would argue that it was kind of hollow words, but I don't think there's anyone in the automotive realm right now that would argue that this particular vehicle does not represent a supercar. Actually, it's a hypercar now.
This is a legit hypercar for supercar money.
Yeah.
Before the dealers get a hold of it, but their markups on it, but beside the point.
Yeah,
yes, it'll be hypercar money after they do that, but actually the price that this brand is going to charge, it is a bargain for the performance against its marketplace competitors.
Yeah, we are talking about a car that puts down over 1,000 horsepower and 0 to 60 in 2.3 seconds.
Unreal. Runs the quarter mile in under 10 seconds at 150 miles per hour.
Yeah,
just an obscene amount of performance.
It is, but not only that, you can carry 2 golf bags in the back of it.
Yeah. You lift them over a really big wing.
Yes, that should give you a clue to what we're talking about here.
Well, I guess you don't have to get the really big wing if you don't get the aero package. But anyways,
that's true.
You can make it, and those are the slippery ones that actually hit 233.
33, yeah.
Woo-hoo. That's
233 miles an hour.
Yeah, without the aero, because that is some functional aero.
It is. It is. It's functional, purposeful, just like most of this car. So without further ado,
yes,
I think it's time we announce that our car of the year is
the 2025 Chevrolet Corvette ZR1.
That's right. I don't think that's a surprise to anybody, though, because this car really is deserving of it. It is getting tons of praise everywhere it goes for the way it drives, but also what it represents for this brand. They have come such a long way, pushed that front engine rear drive layout to the absolute max, and took a lot of flack from some people for going to a mid-engine layout.
Absolutely,
but
yes.
man, this performance really shows why they did that, right?
It has paid dividends. If you think about the previous generation ZR1, the C7, 700 plus horsepower, right? Rear wheel drive, automatic only. It was so hard to put that power down. If you just put your foot in the loud pedal, it just would spin and spin and spin and spin in almost every gear. And the ZR1, the new ZR1 does that too, mind you. They actually have to reduce power in, I think, first and second gear.
Yeah.
But after that, you've got the engine sitting over. It's mid-engine, so you've got the engine sitting over those drive wheels. Just pushes it.
No.
Just pushes it.
Incredible launch.
It is so fast. The Z06, honestly, huge performance. Yeah. This just takes it all the way up to 11.
Yeah, it's really just a rock star car. There's no amount of amazing words to describe it.
No.
Really.
And it's going to be so hard for anybody to get their hands on it over the next coming year. So, apologies in that regard, because a normal person isn't going to be able to get their hands on it unless you are a hedge fund manager, probably, because you're going to be the one who's willing to pay that giant dealer addendum. But in the coming years, Chevrolet is not going to constrain production on these. They're going to build every one that people are willing to buy. So prices will return to normal probably next year.
Which is not something you could say about its contemporaries from Ferrari and Lamborghini.
Yeah, and you don't have to buy 4 other Corvettes to get one like Porsche does. You can walk into your Chevy dealer as long as you have deep enough pockets right now and take one home. And then after that happens, once the addendums roll off, you can actually show up and get one anytime. You don't have to have bought a Camaro ZL1. This isn't like a Ford GT where you had to own like a Mustang and a previous GT or some other nonsense and be hand-picked out of a lottery because Ford thought you were going to really represent the brand. No, Chevrolet doesn't care. Buy their ZR1, take it to the racetrack.
And have fun.
Yeah.
That's the point of it. So, what do you think about our picks for car, truck, SUV, and EV of the year? You agree, or did we miss something that we think we should have included?
Exactly. Let us know. We'd be really interested to see what you guys had to say.
Thanks for watching.
We'll see you next time. Thanks for joining us on The Driver's Line.
If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe to make sure you don't miss a thing.